Hello and welcome to a van life thing, my little YouTube channel on the internet exploring the world of van life festivals and basically stealth camping and all that sort of shenanigans. Now, if you're out on the road like me, no doubt you've got a plethora of gadgets and you've probably got a battery pack that you need to charge up, but not all of them you can sort of do stealthily. For example, my EcoFlow River 2, you're certainly not going to take that into a Costa coffee and try and subtly plug it in whilst you're enjoying an overpriced latte. So there you're going to get into the world of solar panels. And that's what this review is all about, the Allpowers 100 watt flexible solar panel. Now, there are other YouTubers out there who have way more information and specs and stuff to test it with. Me, I'm going to give it to you like a layman, buying my first ever solar panel. So let's take a look at it, shall we? And here we have it, the Allpowers 100 watt flexible solar panel adorned with safety fluorescent stripe for that extra protection. Now what I like about this panel particularly is the fact it's in this nice nylon mesh sort of covering. So if, like me, you just want to put things into the van, not be too precious about it, then this is a bit of a winner so far. Let's see if I can get this. Around the back, you've got this handy little panel here that contains the MC4 cable connectors. Now, you do have adapters that will take you to a DC plug or to the Anderson style connector, but I forgot them and left them at home. One of the reasons why I chose this particular panel is because it has built-in legs, and if you're going to get into solar, it's important to be able to angle your panel at the sun to get the most optimum charging. We'll come back to these legs because they're both a blessing and a curse. And that basically takes us about the construction. Let me show you how we set it up to use it. Because I'm an inherently efficient / lazy person, this takes no time at all to set up. Quite literally, peel back the flaps, open her up, pull the legs down at the back, and that's it, you're ready to go. You plug this into your battery pack, and it's as simple as that. And of course, again, me wanted to make the most efficient use out of my time when I'm out and about in the van, packing it away is dead easy. Unplug it from your battery pack, lift up, the legs automatically Velcro together, and that's it, you're done. Now, I will be honest with you, this was not my original choice of solar panel. I actually ordered the 120 watt version of this to give me a bit more leeway and a bit more power. But apparently Amazon couldn't deliver my 120 watt version of the Allpowers flexible solar panel to a service station that was open for 24 hours. So here I am testing the 100 watt version. And the results are, Now remember, I have no experience with solar panels, so I'm just coming at it from a very layman's point of view. But when I got this 100 watt solar panel, I believed it would give me a maximum of 100 watts. Thinking that maybe they overrate them so you will get 100 watts out of this panel, if that makes sense. In all of my testing, despite the best possible conditions, fettling around with this, moving it around, adjusting the legs and all that sort of stuff, and on a bright sunny day like today, where it's not too hot, the maximum I've been able to get out of this panel has been 90 watts. And that's not even consistent. Now, I've been testing this over a week here and back at home, and on average, I'm getting about 70 to 72 watts on a consistent basis. Every now and again, it will peak up to about 80 to 86 watts, but then for whatever reason, it drops back down to that 70 watt figure. And this provides a couple of problems because not every day is blissfully sunny like this. So if it's not hitting the 100 watts in the perfect conditions, when it's overcast, you're hitting anything from about 15 to 30 watts. Meaning that if you're trying to charge up your EcoFlow River 2, it's going to take anything from 3.5 to 6.5 hours. And that's providing you come out and you keep adjusting it and moving it to make sure it's in the right location. This brings me on to another point about performance and a bit of a theory that I've had. If you block off any part of this panel or this panel, even if it's just a little bit of a pinky finger, you lose 50% of whatever you're generating. I've done this a few times now. Again, perfect conditions. If I'm pulling 70 to 77 watts, if I cover that, it goes straight down to 40 on either side. And this gives me a theory. See, I don't think this is a 100 watt solar panel. I think they're two 45 watts connected in parallel or serial joined together. So this was never going to give 100 watts. And again, to further drive home this point, that means on an overcast day, if you're not getting the maximum out of it in perfect conditions, in our typical lovely British summer, it's going to be a heck of a slog to try and charge up your batteries by the end of the day. As I said earlier on, it comes with these really nice nylon eyelets, which means you can hang it from the side of the van. What you're better off doing is using them as guy ropes so you can strap it down to the floor, because the wind will get behind this and push it over. And this is where one of the first design defects I come across is this flap, because even the smallest breeze does that, and of course you're down to losing 50% of your solar capacity. Now, like me, you might think, oh, that's simple, just tuck it underneath. But you can't, because there's no angle there to let it really cut in underneath itself. Right, let's talk about cost, shall we? Flexible panels are always going to be more expensive than the flat, wibbly wobbly ones you can buy on Amazon. I paid £88 for this, but if you are going to buy this or any similar solar panel, keep an eye on the pricing. Sometimes they drop the price, but then they'll also increase it, but give you a bigger discount. For example, this cost me £88, but it was actually £129 and they had a discount code. Long story short, go to Camel. Keep an eye on the prices of these and don't just jump in, because honestly, they're smashing discount codes left, right and centre at checkout. So, am I going to be keeping this 100 watt Allpowers foldable solar panel? Even though it's only cost me £88, I love the ruggability, I love the portability, I love it comes with most of the cables that I need. No. And that's even including the fact that my EcoFlow River 2 will only do 100 watts of solar panel charging. You see, over the last few days and weeks, I've had it out in the sun, perfect conditions, come out, fettle it, and because we always have overcast, I've still yet to be fully able to charge the EcoFlow River 2 purely by the sun. So what I am going to do is get the next version up, which is I think 120 or 140 watts, which should theoretically meet the maximum solar input for my EcoFlow, and even when it's overcast, I'm still going to get more power and stand a chance of getting through the day and living my dream of being a digital nomad.